Hello again. Even by Chelsea standards, this week, and indeed this year so far, has been fairly bonkers. Not a win yet, technically speaking, either. 5 draws, but Norwich was progress in the Cup. First question to Jason Cundy, but not this Jason Cundy. Was it a penalty?
That's a penalty.
It's a penalty!
Well, then
that's a penalty!
Well, don't worry, he'll be told it.
That is a penalty!
Yeah,
that's a penalty!
The guy can still
That's a
tell
penalty!
him. Yeah. Well,
it's a penalty! It's a penalty!
We've
It's a
seen
penalty.
him look at it.
It's a penalty.
There's nothing to stop it. It's not even...
It's a penalty. It's a penalty. It's a penalty.
13 times, unlucky for Chelsea, but was it, on reflection?
It was a penalty.
It was. But apart from that, Jason kept his cool.
Oh, now the ref stops the game. That's not acceptable.
That is a disgrace!
So, 4 games at Stamford Bridge for Willie Caballero, and 4 times at the shed end he has conceded
Remarkable.
in stoppage time. Incredible. We were all thinking the same thing. Oh no, extra time. Willian was thinking this.
I was thinking already to have a dinner with my family, after the game.
We're not going to go on about the game in general or the performance, but there were some skills to look at, starting with Kenedy.
Take this to the bank.
And after Kenedy, there was Pedro. Jason, this was outrageous.
It was outrageous, and up in the gantry, I felt my leg flinch because it's such a good dummy. And you've seen that, Norwich midfielder.
James Maddison,
He is
gone.
just left absolutely rooted. And you look, by the time he moves, how far away Pedro is.
It's
He's
brilliant.
20 yards away by the time. That brilliant piece of skill.
Yeah, shame he went and got sent off
Yeah.
after, but we'll talk about who can and can't play against Brighton a little bit later on in the show. In general, to sum up the last few weeks, yeah, here's Cundy again.
That sums it up.
Now, this week our cameras have been right in the middle of it all at Cobham. Some brilliant material. You can go to the on-demand section, Chelsea TV, on the website to see lots more of this. Look at this for coordination, Cundy.
Well,
one
do you know,
hand.
goalkeepers do a lot of work. You remember the save that he made against Alexis Sanchez at Arsenal, where he's tipped it around and he's got up. Goalkeepers work tirelessly on their agility from their floor up to their feet.
But they all think they can play.
All goalkeepers think they can play. That's not bad, actually, from the big man. Good feet for a big man. Maybe we can play him up top.
Now, Charlie Musonda, we've seen some brilliant goals, finishing
Oops,
practice.
Oops. There you go. Clever on the backside.
Fantastic finish, and this is Charlie Brown doing his best
Yeah,
Oliver Johnson.
that's really nice.
And then Eden Hazard turning it on here.
Yeah.
Look out,
It's all,
Courtois.
it's all about. I've not seen Hazard do that flick before. Does he do it often?
There's no Morata behind him, there's just a goal. Look at this from finishing school. Tony Rudiger. This is pretty good. This is 3 in a row, by the way. This isn't us like chopping it together and making it look
Don't
good.
watch the eyes. He's looking to bend that every time. He's got that perfect, doesn't he? He looks to shape up to go one way, bends it across the front of the goalkeeper. Nice, good technique.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Could have done with some of that from anybody, really, in any of the last few
Yes.
games, but there you go.
Yeah.
Now, also at Cobham, here's someone who could definitely finish. Frank Lampard, who's been working with Jody Morris in the youth team. Imagine that, by the way, if you're in the Chelsea youth team. But because it was Norwich in the FA Cup, he was helping us try and recreate the famous Zola goal.
Well, I think it just goes to show how special the goal was at the time, and we all appreciate how good the goal is now. But try and recreate it is really, really difficult.
Billy Gilmore managed to put one in, but are we happy with Frank's starting position?
Well, I don't really want to criticise Frank too much, but one, it was a corner, and another one, it was a left foot that Gramercy put it in with, but I'll let Frank off.
Now, speaking of Billy Gilmore, this looks impossible. This from the training ground, a little bit of behind-the-scenes stuff for you with Charlie Musonda. You've seen this before, you say?
Yes, I have, and it's brilliant because you've got 2 touches, but you also need to be delicate. They move around the box as it is here.
Possible. I couldn't imagine they could do it once, let alone like 10 times.
Yeah, well, these boys ain't bad, you know. Who wins that, by the way?
Musonda for getting
'Cause
the
it comes off
glancing
this-
blow.
Yeah,
and, yeah.
a little bit like table tennis. It
Yes.
comes off the edge. Yeah.
So Billy Gilmore, the loser then. But importantly in midweek, he was the winner. At the same time, Chelsea were just about squeezing past Norwich. Chelsea's Youth Cup holders, 3 years in a row holders, of course, were smashing West Brom. They were 6 up by the hour, 7-0 full-time, but Callum Hudson-Odoi, another star show. Jason, he scored 2, he set up 3.
You talk of...
He got a hat-trick at the weekend in the PL2. He's just 17.
pace is devastating. Very direct.
Very Eden Hazard.
Yeah, a little bit of Pedro about the way he runs as well. There's pace destroys defences. He's got that in abundance, and then he's got the cool head to finish as well.
Yeah, he's up to 15 goals for this season already, by the way. That is pretty impressive, given that he doesn't generally play up front. Also, in the same game, up to 4 goals this season, Mark Gurhey, England under-17 hero, just like Callum. He got the opening goal in the Youth Cup on the night. Didn't quite get the celebration right. Obviously not watered the pitch at Aldershot as much as he would hope.
Yeah, be careful.
Yes, it is dangerous.
You can see some of the lads there are a bit concerned about that. Yeah, be careful those knee slides. Even Hazard seems to have perfected it.
Perfects everything. Just while we're on the subject of young players, Leicester's under-23 side got knocked out of the Checkatrade Trophy this week. We are now down to the last 8 in that competition, and Chelsea are the only PL2 side left in it. So it's all senior teams plus Chelsea. They play Oxford live on Chelsea TV, by the way, on Tuesday night for a place in the semi-finals. Can you imagine Joe Edwards and the boys going all the way to Wembley for the final? That'll be absolutely brilliant. Staying with youngsters, it's time for
Game of Nose. It's definitely a penalty.
Given how many are out there, not actually all that much going on. One bit of bad news first. Izzy Brown has ruptured his cruciate ligament, so he's now back starting his rehab, having been on loan at Brighton. That's a real shame, that. The good news was Mason Mount scored again from Vitesse Arnhem against Sparta Rotterdam. Tricky trivia time. Last week, Pat Nevin asked you, when was the last time Chelsea had back-to-back goalless draws? Little did we know that more were coming. But the last time prior to that was Rafa's first 2 games in charge. Man City and Fulham, both 0-0s. That record has now been extended for the first time ever. Chelsea did 3 0-0s in a row. But anyway, this week's question
is, now, when we play Brighton this weekend, it's going to be the 207th stadium that Chelsea have played at. Now, this is going to be the 4th time we've played at a new stadium this season. The question is, what were the previous 3, the new stadiums we played at this season? Answer below and we'll read out the correct answers.
That's it. Right, now, so Brighton the game, what are we going to do? Tactically, with no Pedro or Morata available.
What's the situation with Fabregas that is out? I personally would go 3 up top. I think we've got to take the game to Brighton. This is a game that we have to win. I don't think a draw is really going to do us any good because the teams around us are picking up points. I would go 3-4-3. David Luiz maybe in the middle of the park if Fabregas is not fit. We need that creativity. I personally would go with the 3 up top. If you're not going to play Mishi, then you have to start with Hazard, but that creates its own problems because we have to play the ball into his feet. We've just seen Hudson-Odoi, who's been very close, maybe Charlie Masonda. There's not a lot of other options there, but also Barkley as well. You know, we're hearing he may get closer and closer, so he's got a number of choices, but I think the formation for me, take the game to Brighton. We have to win.
Either that or any one of the 27 big tall strikers that Chelsea have been linked with this week. But Eden Hazard is a surefire banker. He'll definitely be playing. He's the subject of our bet with our betting partners, William Hill, this week. He was 11-8 to score in a Chelsea win. He is now 13-8. And from his little cameo midweek, maybe he's the one who can start the goals flowing for the Blues again. So it's a trip to the seaside. Enjoy the early kickoff. Brighton rocks. We'll see you next time.
It was definitely a penalty.
From Azpilicueta to Morata, you know what comes next. Inevitable. Hazard in a great position, and he's managed to work it to him. It's Eden Hazard, and still Hazard. Oh, and off the line by Luiz Dunk. Fabregas Alonso, 2-0. Terrific header from Marcus Alonso.
Cool. It's definitely a penalty.